let's begin. In March, I challenged you guys to build the best Trackmania map that you could. But the best in terms of speed. Something new. I posted this tweet. And I said, I'm hosting a mapping competition. 1 week to build, the fastest time wins. $1,000 prize pool. What did I mean by this? Well, I made a base map with 10 different checkpoints. And you can place anything you want. Anything you want without mixing blocks. Try to connect these checkpoints as fast as possible. 10 checkpoints and a finish. There's also bonus prizes for the most creative map, the best scenery, and actually the best, most drivable map. And today we're going through the results. I received 60 submissions, 15 of which were rejected for not following the rules. So we're gonna look through about 40 maps today. 40 maps to find a winner. Okay. So let's first talk about the base map, because it's important to understand what people had to work with. This is the base map, right? Now what you're gonna see is the checkpoints are at very different elevations. You start here, finish is also in the middle, but then there are some very far away checkpoints. Like that one, all the way at the edge of the map. Or this one sideways. There's an ice checkpoint here, a bobsleigh checkpoint, a couple of diagonal ones in the middle, and a dirt one out there. Where do you even begin to connect the dots here? Well, I made an overview map, right? I made an overview. A map of the map, if you will. Here. Now, to make this a little bit easier to understand, I also added rings. So these are the checkpoints. These are where the dots are. And what you'll notice is kind of like there's two circles. You have like the inner circle here of checkpoints, and then you have the outer circle. The outer checkpoints are, of course, the hardest ones to get to. And you really need to plan your route where, like, just driving in like a spiral is not probably going to be the fastest. Like, take some of each, optimal, like, there's so many combinations. And instead of saying this checkpoint, that checkpoint for the entire video, I'm also going to do an exclusive and overlay the checkpoints on a map of the world. So the tall one, right? The tall one, the one that's in the very far corner, that's going to be Greenland. Greenland is up here. You have to travel all the way to Greenland to get this one, okay? The dirt one is in the middle of Siberia. So you got Greenland and Siberia, terribly far away checkpoints. By the way, notice the finish is literally the pyramids. How did this work out? I don't know. But the finish clearly on the Giza Plateau. You got one checkpoint in North Korea, you got one in the Indian Ocean, you got South Africa, you got Ivory Coast, and you got Gibraltar, okay? And like Turkey and stuff. But the main ones are like the inner circle, and then you got Greenland, Siberia, North Korea, Indian Ocean, South Africa. I don't know how the world was built to match my map, but it really was. That's crazy. I did not plan this out at all, I swear. I swear to God. So I made a test map, and it took me 51 seconds, the map that I made, right? 51 seconds was kind of the baseline. Some submissions were slower than my map. Most were faster. But I think we're going to start with some honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is from Brownie TM, who it seems did not understand the assignment. I don't know how. I hosted a competition where you were supposed to build the fastest map possible. And he starts with a slow motion block. And then proceeds to make the map just about as long as possible. In every sense of the word. This is a 12-minute solution for all 10 checkpoints. Making sure to drive on great surfaces like penalty grass all the way up hills, some ice, you know, just He's really just having a stroll with it. This is the biggest map out of all of them. And he even found time for some wickedry, some ice 360s in the middle of this. So this goes on for a long time, but honorable mention for submitting with a final time of 12:03.91. 12:03.91, the first one in the competition. Okay. Now another honorable mention must be given to a guy called Uboykrem. The very interesting thing about this map is this guy met me IRL. I was climbing with Janik a few months ago, and I'm in the middle of a pretty hard route on a boulder, and someone in the hall just yells, "Go Wirtual, you can do it!" out loud. And it was this guy. And he said, "Yo, I watched your videos. I even submitted for your mapping comp." The coincidences of this happening is so low. But this is his map. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to be valid in the competition because he did either block mix or ghost block. But he placed something on the map that is not a legal block placement. So it's invalidated, but I still want to show it. This was his solution. The guy who met me IRL and cheered me on in climbing. Now already you can see like what this is maybe going to look like. You got a lot of boosters, you got plastic, you got reactor boosts, just everything to build speed. And that's all allowed. Even a double respawn, all allowed. Because you want to go as fast as possible, what do? You place a lot of boosters. But then you also have to think about which route through the checkpoints, what blocks am I actually going to use for like up and down hills, roof hits, bug slide even. And then this fancy wall hit 360, another one. Landing a little bit awkward for the finish though, but then getting it. This was Uboy's map, so thank you for sending in that one. But the first real submission we're going to take a look at is by Video Drapes. By Video Drapes, okay? Video Drapes, the first map. This beats my time of 51 seconds. It's a 49-second solution. I think it shows quite well what you're thinking about. So he takes the checkpoint close to the start first, in the inner circle, if you remember that map. And now he's going on a long journey around here. This is now in the Indian Ocean. He's coming up to the North Korean checkpoint here on the wall, and takes that with a wall ride. Very nice. Now he's into Siberia, and then finally he gets all the way up to Greenland here. This is the Greenland checkpoint on the very edge of the map. And he has a nice plastic bounce to get through that. And then another bounce down, wicked landing as well. Catches the checkpoint. Only has one checkpoint left to go on the finish. So he takes a long wall ride around, and then gets the last checkpoint, roof it, and flies into the finish. Video Drapes with a time of 49.97. That's pretty fast. Already pretty fast. But there were some unoptimal bits. You know, there were some a bit slow landings. And so the next player, Zeely, had a better solution. A slightly better solution. Electing to take the same checkpoint first, but then going a different way. Going all the way to Greenland first, actually. And just getting the outer circle of checkpoints done early. I'm pretty sure this was Zeely's thought process. They were like, yeah, let's get all the far checkpoints, and then let's just end with a quick spin in the middle. Nice plastic bounce to get the reactor there. Speed slide even. So now they've spent a lot of time getting the wide checkpoints, but they just have a quick path through the middle. Easy. Get this one. Oh, the next one's right up this hill. Reactor boost. Drop down. Get another one. Road turn up to the last. Easy peasy. Nice drift as well. And clocking in 1 second faster. Just about 1 second faster. That was a 48.1 from Zeely. Now I'm noticing chat my allergies. I have to go blow my nose real quick. But then we'll continue. Give me 1 moment. 48.5, 0.15. Pollen allergies, very annoying. Very annoying pollen allergies. Alright. Zosili has the lead right now, 48.15. And there were a couple of more submissions as well in like the mid to high 40s. But I would say the first person that really had a quite optimal solution was Mindamon or Mind Damon. Mindamon. Let's take a look. This is their solution of 39 seconds. Watch out for this one. About 10 seconds faster than what we've seen previously. Turnover in the start, picks up the ring checkpoint, flies down into the water, into the wall ride. Now gets this and Greenland, and you can already tell it's a plastic bounce gonna happen, but look at this. Plastic bounce into the wall ride, plastic bounce to carry speed onto the next checkpoint, which is in the circle. And now they only have a few checkpoints left to go. Drop down here to collect this one, upside down to get a straight line towards the last checkpoint and the finish. Let's watch that one more time. What was that? What was that? Plastic bounce to go backwards and then flip the other way. This must have taken so long to hunt to get that landing. But a crazy final time here of 38 actually. 38.66, not even 39. 38.6. Whew. Mind Up wrote it in chat. That's your map? Great solution. But it didn't win. Quite far from it, unfortunately. Quite far from it. But a great time regardless, a great solution. The next map I'll show you was 1 second faster than that. And it is called Unhinged Speeds. Unhinged Speeds by Jumper471. Who also elected to start on this side with this checkpoint, then into a wall ride, getting that ice checkpoint while transitioning to a new wall ride, and now it's just full blast. We're going at 800, we're going upside down, picking up this checkpoint early, roof it there, more speed, into Greenland, and then out of it again. We're at 950, and he's still accelerating with more boosters, hitting max speed there, getting the loop, and now just continuing to blast. Like, this is... It's very dank to watch, but this is very fast. Into the wall ride. Insane transition. Even though that looks weird, that was on purpose. What he did there in that last wall ride, hitting it with an angle so that it rotates him back on his wheels. Pretty fast. Pretty fast solution. Of 37.96. 37.96, about 7/10 faster. 7/10 of a second improved. Now we're talking, because now we're having optimal order, we're having some wicked tricks, and a lot of boosters. Like, he's driving at max speed. How do you go faster? Well, someone did. Someone did go 1 second faster than that again. Someone went a full second faster than Jumper. And it was the player Inferno. Inferno went faster. Let's take a look at their run. What happened here? One moment. One moment. Here's Inferno's run. Again, a player electing to go for this checkpoint first, then a wall ride up until this one, and now he wants to go to the outer circle. You know, the Indian Ocean, the North Korean checkpoint on the wall there, if you picture the world map. Siberia, and up to Greenland with a big jump, landing while catching a reactor booster into a wallbang. And then flying through the bobsleigh checkpoint, roof hit here, plastic landing, and plastic landings are pretty smart. Plastic landings are way smoother if you land like slightly sideways like here. It carries more speed. But if you land upside down, this will bounce. And I think another thing Inferno was one of the first players here to do. Okay, I'm not sure if he did it. But one thing players started doing here is something very clever, and it's using ice boosters. Inferno got a time of 36.71, but that would also not be the best time. Ice boosters accelerate you faster than normal boosters. They give you way more speed or quicker. So if you spam ice boosters in a straight line, it'll be faster. Nebula here, doing a little bit of that, but also, if you're motion sick, this is not the best map for you. I'm just telling you, it's dank, okay? This is a very dank solution to the puzzle. Nebula thought, let me use loops, let's go upside down. So reactor upside down is not much slower than reactor flat. You kind of accelerate at the same pace. So already a lot of loops, pretty standard full speed map, but it's about to be anything but standard. Gets the ring here. Front flip into that one. We go upside down again. We pick up another one into a quick upside down here. And now up to Greenland. Gotta get all the way up to Greenland. Last turn here into Greenland. And then you can take the bobsleigh one and down to the finish. With that solution, he saved 1/10 of a second on Inferno. Just 1/10 of a second faster. The run could have been better. He's right. I think his solution was better than the previous, because this turn here was not that optimal, you know, so definitely could have been a better run, but a 36.6, a really good time. Took so long to get that. I can imagine. This competition is like two-dimensional, right? One dimension is what's the fastest solution you can build? The second is what's the fastest solution you can drive? If you have to drive a clean run that has, for example, this front flip in it, that's gonna take you a lot of attempts. Like getting this clean here, into that, pulling you down onto the red booster, landing, adjusting for the wall, like, it's not easy. It's not easy. So, something to think about when you see the next solutions. Next submission is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. And it's by a Swede. His name is Ploying. And let me tell you, ploying he did. The man definitely ployed. Once again, started with the checkpoint on the left. A creative wallbang there to get this, and then a ploying on the wall, a wallbang. Getting to this booster, getting that ring. Full red boosters across, another one, ploying on that. Landing downhill very clean. Through here, red booster to slow down, adjust for this. And now he only has to get to the finish, but how? Well, first he has to take this. Then has to get through. Up the loop, and what? And what? And what? And what? That was like a quad plastic bounce into the finish. A 35.04. Saving 1.6 seconds with that bounce into that bounce into that bounce into that bounce. Really creative solution, and how long must this have taken to get this combination right? It's like, yeah, that is optimal if I could get that, but definitely not easy. Definitely not easy, but he took the lead. 35.06. But unfortunately for him, a fastest way only member participated in the competition. Labafu from fastest way only decided to make a map as well. Labafu, taking what I would consider one of the more creative approaches, completely different thinking from everyone else. Because so far you might have started to notice, everyone goes out left in the start, that'll be that way for you, left in the start. Labafu went the other way, the other direction with this run. Going straight down in the start? Okay. And then up, and this is the checkpoint that most people end on, right? It's just a straight line to the finish, but no. He goes up through the bobsleigh, bug slides to get to Greenland, and then straight down the hill towards Siberia. And now, wall ride into North Korea with the other direction, so he can roof hit the ring here. No roof it actually, just fly through the ring. And then he only has a few inner circle left on this side. Going through the triangle here, wall banging there to get down, get this one, and finish. About 9/100ths of a second faster than what Ploying had. Completely different take on the map though. And this is what's so interesting to me, right? Like, there are so many possibilities. You just gotta think outside the box and find something that nobody else did. And you can even see, like, he's tried some weird stuff here, like, maybe this was a part of his map that he removed from earlier, whatever. But yeah, nice solution from Labafu, but still not the winning solution. Not the winning solution. Not for this fastest way only member. Anyways. The next submission is from a longtime viewer of mine called XCoreX. Also participated in some of my mapping competitions from 2020. So I just want to say appreciation for watching for so long. I think if you... Let me actually check. Is he here? Okay, he's not here right now. I don't know, but... look at this. Following since November 2019. One of my longest time viewers. Oh, he's here. Oh, amazing. Yeah, Core, you're here. I remember my OGs. 4 years ago. Back then I had like 200 people here. No, 200? If even 200. I don't know. That's not that old yet. No, the oldest is 2017 followers, but still. Core with a faster solution than Labafu. Let's see how he did it. Wall bang, wall bang, wall bang, wall bang. Up here, wall bang. Down here, high speed, wall bang. Flying through the ring with more reactors, high speed, wall bang to adjust the car, because it's easier to adjust with wall bangs than with actual drifts. And he's making it work all the way up the hill. Guess what? Yeah, we're gonna slam that wall, go down here through the bobsleigh, and finish. 34.5. So Core's take on this map was basically, let's disregard clean driving and let's just slam walls to adjust the car faster using this block. Now, the thing you have to remember is they weren't allowed to mix blocks. So this is actually one of the only block placements that are like legal in vanilla that doesn't overlap with any other block. So you couldn't, for example, just place a plastic block here because that would overlap. So this is legal. This is a legal placement, and that's why you could use these. Else, others might have found it, but it's a very, like, it's a block hidden deep in the folders, so. Created from him, it's called Coin Flip Wallbangs 2. 34.562 is the pace. A nice solution. But someone else built a map called Borderline Khaki. And perhaps this is a bit of a turning point in the competition where things take a things take a twist. Things take a twist with this map from the Geek Kid, or the Geek Kid. A little bit about this guy. He made the Bingo plugin, which if you ever watch us play Bingo, it's all thanks to Geek Kid who developed it. So we appreciate you for making such a nice plugin. And he's evidently smart, because he uses a lot of ice boosters. This right here is ice boosters. They accelerate you so fast. He's going to go into the wall ride, pick up North Korea, then into the Indian Ocean here, and pick up South Africa as well on the way. Taking a lot of the outer checkpoints. He's still missing Greenland though. And if I remember, he goes for Greenland last. He goes for Greenland at the very end. Yeah, up towards Greenland, and this is going to be a very tricky wall ride entry, but he makes it. Now he has to go down towards the bobsleigh, bounce, and fly with reactor into the finish. So instead of the wall bangs like we saw from Core, we see high speed, clean run, and some khaki tricks from Geek Kid at a 34.40, 1600s faster. But in the community, a lot of people come from like different places, right? So you will have khaki mappers building khaki-like maps. You will have someone with the idea of wall banks, and then you will have the full speed players. The next submission is by Chroma. Evo Chroma, one of the world's best full speed players. And I think he wanted to see, if I make a really good full speed map, what's the best time I can get? And it was better than Geekid. By a lot. By a lot. Let's see Chroma's map. Starting out with the bottom left checkpoint, going up the road, catching this turn, and then wall ride up to Greenland to flip out of it to build speed towards Siberia. Now he's driving with 900 speed into the wall ride, picking up North Korea, going towards what most people had as their last checkpoint, jumping up here, plastic landing to stabilize. Those are often safer. And then look at this. Gorgeous jump with reactor into the water here to carry speed, and a very clever waterfall. A very clever waterfall placement. Why? Because the waterfall is plastic. This is plastic. And it's one of the only legal plastic walls you could place. If you try to place plastic here, it wouldn't let you in vanilla. But with the waterfall placement, he could crash that and redirect, making it a little bit faster. What's the time? Well, Borderline Khaki was a 34.4. This is a 32.9. 1.5 seconds faster from Chroma. Very clean map. And let's just enjoy that one jump one more time. This is the best part of the map for me. This right here at half speed. It's a great combination of an idea and the driving skill from Chroma to land that so clean to carry speed, right? Beautiful execution. Starting to get pretty optimal. But I'm gonna let you know in a little secret, chat. This run is not even top 10. This is outside top 10. So we have a little way to go, all right? We have quite a little way to go in terms of the submissions. So next person to beat this was a guy called Dapolo. Dapolo. Oh, let me get that open. 1 second. Dapolo beating it. What can I tell you about this map? All I have in my notes is fast map with wicked transitions. So I'll let him show it to us. Starts out with a weird wall ride turn to get down, but that works out, even though it looks weird. Goes through this with 700, drops into the Siberia checkpoint while going through the bottom one, getting through the bobsleigh one, now up towards Greenland, and look at this. Kind of just bouncing through it, just barely scraping by. Dropping down now, getting the ring as well. And then he's going upside down, plastic bounce to keep going upside down, and then jumping into the finish. Again? What was that? Yeah, look at this. Just barely able to find an angle to jump through the checkpoint. And that's a very fast way to pick up Greenland. And then this, jumping into the upside down part, downhill, plastic bounce, and then back up on the roof to get the next checkpoint. And then jumping into a loop there. I'm telling you, people came into this with sick ideas. And this is just the start, right? 32.01. About 9/10 faster than Chroma. Now, I told people to really push their replay too, because you could have the fastest solution, but if you don't drop like an optimal run, it could be that you're not winning. Now, the next player managed to beat this time by just 0.04 of a second. Just 0.04 of a second margin. That's why it's so important to optimize your run. And it was from Richard E. One of my VIPs in chat, longtime viewer as well. 31.97. With a unique solution, going to the right in the start. Bug sliding through the ring to start. Then dropping down to this checkpoint. Wall bang. Picking up this, wall bang again. Ice boosters, wall bang, ice boosters. Lot of different clues that we've seen before. Picking up Greenland with the wall bang on the outside. Now going downhill here. Getting this one. Still has to pick up North Korea on the wall. One of the last checkpoints he's missing. as well as the uphill one towards the finish. And now he just has to jump in there. 0.04 of a second faster. 31.9 from Richard. But someone beat this time as well by 0.04 of a second. And this next map is also the winner of a bonus. I'm just gonna say that. This next map is gorgeous. It's stunning. And it is the winner of the scenery prize. We even have a video to show you about it. Snowstorm is the next map. Look at this thing. Guy made scenery, custom effects, it's a snowstorm going on, the aesthetic, stunning. And as for the actual map, made by Sneaky, really fast as well. 31 seconds. Have a look at this. Starts out to the right. Gets this one, drops down. It's very hard to tell where on the map you are. He has pictures on it. I saw an easy, I saw a virtual face. I know there's a badge emote somewhere. One of the few players to do really proper scenery, but this looks sick with the aesthetic. So this gets $50 extra for the scenery. Best scenery in the competition. Also a really wicked trick. You see that? It's just some cameras of the map. Did you catch that? One more time. Where was it? I think it was here. Yeah, to get Greenland, what he did is plastic hit into an ice slide exit to redirect the car quicker. Ice for quicker 360. Very nice. Very, very nice. 31.9. Beautiful map, but not the fastest. So we had 32.01. We had 31.97. We had 31.93. Now, I'm guessing you might think that the pace just keeps going like 100th by 100th by 100th now. But the next run I'm going to show you is 1 full second faster. So we're 1 second faster than what Sneaky just drove. Huge improvement in terms of pace. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the next map. It's by Brownson. Brownson. 30.7. Starting out on the right side. Getting this ring with a plastic hit rather than the bug slide. Similar to Richard, very similar, but faster. Going up, getting this one, plastic wall ride. Also plastic wall ride here. Wall bang here. And now the jump up into the bobsleigh one. Roof hit here. Plastic bounce to pick up Greenland. Going down, full speed, 1,000 speed. Through North Korea. Getting that one. Roof hit here, more boosters, finish. Oh, so fast. Just so insanely fast, right? And I will say the big discovery here is that you can place plastic wall rides in the air like this, right? But placing it one lower wouldn't have been a legal placement. But what Brownson also discovered is you have these lowered platforms. So this platform block is one lower. Just the black platform. And on top of that, you can place the plastic wall ride. So this man discovered that if you use the lower platform, you also get the plastic wall bang. And that is very fast. Because the waterfall we saw earlier, you can't angle that. But you can angle these. He's typing easy in chat. He's typing easy in chat. Yeah, it was pretty easy, wasn't it? Also, this trick right here, very nice. That's just, wow, that's a nice touch on the map, right? Very, very nice touch. Stunning map from Brownson. But someone went faster. Isn't that the annoying thing about Trackmania? You can play so well. You can feel like you are the god. But more often than not, someone's faster. someone is faster. And that someone had a very creative approach to the track. This is Smithy. And this map is played with one input. One input. It's something we have called a press forward map. Where what the mapper does is they place blocks, because the game is deterministic. They place blocks to make the car take a certain trajectory. And if you do that long enough, and if you've done that long enough, you can get a pretty fast solution. So I present to you one of the coolest press forward maps that I've ever seen. Starting with a roof hit to get through the triangle of the checkpoint, roof bounce, getting through. We're already on Siberia now, North Korea wall ride, plastic 360, up through that checkpoint, roof hit here. It's all one input. He is not steering, he's just built this to perfection. Going through that water landing to stabilize the car, roof hit, another wall bang there, 360 into the bobsleigh, up this into the ring, flying across, plastic bounce, ice slide kind of finish. What is going on in this game? I mean, that's just a spectacular map. 30.5. This beat Brownson by about 1500ths of a second. Let's just watch that in half speed to try to get a semblance of what's going on. So he gets a reactor, flies through that small gap, lands up on the ice. It angles towards the dirt checkpoint in Siberia. He lands in the water to readjust, and then just look at this combination. Plastic bounce at 360s onto this and angles again slightly to the right. So you can roof it here, land in the water, bounce there, setting up for an outside water turn here. This loses no speed at all, basically. Roof it here, bounce there, and then finding this gap to drop down in the water. All press forward, roof it here as well. Such slim margins, a small readjustment there to get this, to get that landing in the bobsleigh, a bounce there to now fly towards the ring. Bouncing slightly on this plastic to get sideways so that it angles for the finish. This is no block mix, press forward, one input. Oh my god, Smithy. Oh my god. Absolutely insane map. But did it win? No. No, did not win. No, did not win. There are faster maps. There are still faster maps. The next player, Rock Skater, beat it by a 10th of a second. Instead of 30.5, you have 30.4. And let's just say it's back to a bit of normalcy, okay? But still very fast normalcy. Picks up checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2 here. A nice loop turn. We got ice boosters once again to get more speed. Jumping through, you can tell this man is planning on going fast. Way too many boosters for his own good. But he's able to control it. High speed up to Greenland, plastic hit. Landing down on this one. And then flying through the bobsleigh one. Still one more to go. And look at this bog slide. Get down the hill quick and then just up into the finish. That bug slide, the first time I saw it, caught me so off guard. Because you do not expect a bug slide with this landing angle. But the bounce pushes him into it. And then able to keep the speed up the loop. Just 1/10 faster than the press forward map. By Rock Skater. And there will be a few more runs in this range. Another incredibly wicked map is coming up. From Milmi. From Milmi. Let's see what Milmi brought to the competition. Will we see a sub 30? Milmi jumping through the ring here. to start early. Now going on to the plastic wall hit on North Korea. Picking up Siberia. Going up through this now. Plastic roof hit here. Loop here. He's going towards Greenland, but how? I don't even know how that worked, but he got through Greenland with ease. High speed roof hit and finish. Look at that one more time. He dropped into the checkpoint of Greenland and bounced out the triangle. He built it that way. And then he carried 800 speed through Greenland. Like, it's such an interesting competition, right? Because you got one person spending hours building the press forward map that can do incredible tricks. And then humans do incredible tricks of their own to drive faster. Okay. Insane, insane, insane map. And the time? 30.2. So now you might be asking yourself, how fast are people really gonna go? Are we even close to the ending yet? Answer is still no. Answer is still no. But someone did get sub 30. Someone did get under 30 seconds. And that person was a Fastest Away Only member. The Insane. Very good player on LOL maps, on khaki maps, on bug slides, and also on pathfinding. Ins is next with the first sub 30, 2983. He said he tried so many routes, but this was the one that was the fastest. It's quite different from things we've seen so far. Look at this. Okay, starting out with this one, but then instant plastic hit. He did find the same plastic wallbang as Brownson from before. Full speed boosters through here, dropping down on these boosters. Roof hit through the ring. Now dropping down, another plastic wallbang here. 800 speed, roof hit there. Going up towards Greenland. Roof hit into the wallbang to carry speed through Greenland. Downhill, another plastic wallbang. Dropping down, getting into the last loop. And finish. And finish. 29.831. 4/10 faster. I think it's just a good time to remind you guys. Just once more, just fully appreciate this. Let me think about this, okay? Think about this. One second. Think about this. The original map that everyone started on looks like this. This is what everyone started on. I think Insane said he tried like 10 routes to find one that worked. It is ridiculously impressive. Ridiculously impressive. I found a solution of 51 seconds. We're now at 29. But Ince wasn't the only one to get 29. Several people dipped under 30 seconds. And the next one, well, you know he's a good builder. You already know. He's called SB Villa. He just made a campaign of 25 stunning tracks. And in the midst of that, he also had time to drive this run right here. SB Villa. Beating Ince by 300ths. Going into that, getting a plastic hit to stabilize his car on the platform. Now a roof hit through the ring. Then going into the wall ride. Dropping down immediately after. Jumping through Siberia, up through Greenland. And look at this landing. The plastic saves him with 800 speed out of it. Another plastic landing here. Great knowledge of the block set that is available. And he's able to finish with that loop. So many clever usages of plastic in this map. Like this first one, to get a nice bounce to go flat, like, that's a crazy idea, right? Very sharp. The plastic roof hit here, a lot of people use that, okay. But then this idea of just building a straight booster line and just jumping through Greenland at the exact right time to land here. That's pretty cooked. That is pretty cooked. And then this landing as well. Okay. 2980. 2980. But not the fastest player in the competition. The next map that we're gonna take a look at is by Isfu. If you blink, you're probably gonna miss this one. This is a fast one. If you blink, you're gonna miss it. Have a look at this one. Getting the first checkpoint, immediately jumping up with boosters to the second. Now full booster downhill to the third. And then the roof hit on the ring, a very quick one. Then a plastic wall bang on the wall ride checkpoint. Dropping into this, a grass loop to go down to this. Going up to Greenland now. Getting that with a bug slide. Carrying on into the bobsleigh. And then he just has one final checkpoint to go, water turn to quickly stabilize into the finish. This run raised the bar. This run raised the bar. 29.59. Also sub 30. And I think, even though this isn't the winner, any sub 30 you should consider incredibly impressive. Incredibly impressive to find a solution sub 30. Really, really clean here from Isfu. It's, if you want to take a look at something interesting, it's almost the same checkpoint order as SB Villa. A lot of players kind of landed on something like this as the optimal order. If you overlay Villa's run onto Isfu's map, you'll see that they are kind of taking the same checkpoint order for a while. Villa goes higher, so he has less speed here. Isfu gets a better start than Villa. Different roof hits. Villa also did this as a wall ride. So you can see Isfu had a way better start, but then Villa had a better ending. Villa's combination in the ending was better. So doing it quite different, then taking that bottom checkpoint that Isfu got earlier, and then up to the finish. But if you look at the, you know, the final time, Isfu crosses there. He crosses 0.3 earlier. 0.3 of a second. So a better solution overall. Okay. But even that wasn't the winner, as I said. There's at least one more map. At least one more. And this one stunned me. This one, I am giddy about. This is by a player called Archidamus, or... yeah, I think Archidamus is how you say it. Archidamus 12. It's a motion sickness map, but enjoy. This one is crazy cool, what he found. So different start, but still takes the same checkpoint, goes upside down immediately. Then through this one, and another loop coming up, where he drives upside down out of Greenland and then flips back with a plastic landing to carry all the speed. Also optimizing that corner checkpoint. And then a flip out of this ring to land clean once again. Now going upside down onto here, driving upside down, jumping through that one into another upside down, flip out of it, more upside down, straight to the finish. Dude, like, how do you look at a blank map and you come up with ideas like this part? This part right here, right? Like deciding to flip on that block there onto plastic, it doesn't slow you down. Really, really cool. And then you're like, yeah, let me continue that idea with this. Flipping out here. Because instead of airtime, listen, instead of airtime in this challenge, you could just drive upside down. That's the argument, by the way. Because when you get airtime, you don't accelerate. You can't accelerate midair. Or you can with reactors, but less than when you're driving. So the argument is, okay, let's just drive the entire map and make it upside down then, to gain height. 29.47. 1/10 of a second faster than Isfu. 1/10 of a second improved. So I think both players could have gotten this time and better, but that's like the thing I'm talking about with optimizing your route. Could really matter. Could really start to matter. Whew, okay, deep breaths. Deep breaths, chat. There's still a little bit to go. Still a little bit left to go. Oh boy. One second. There's a player. There's a player. Oh. No leaks. There's a player who managed to beat that by almost half a second. Marsotics. Marsotics is the next player. Let's take a look. Here's his solution. What do my notes say about this one? Crazy upside down and wall hug combinations. Maximum speed. His map is called Maximum Speed. So he takes bobsleigh first, straight to Greenland, upside down to carry speed out of it, bounce to go upside down into this with a loop, another loop here, full speed now into North Korea, another wall ride out of it, even making blocks to aim for. That's why they're different colored. Getting through here, finding the plastic wall hug, and then a loop to go down into this. He's only the middle checkpoints left to go. Getting this one and roof it to finish. 29,034. 29,034. A lot of great ideas combined now. You got the speed, you got the wall rides, upside down driving, and things like the aiming for the blocks. Like, very, very smart to do that if you have to drive the run yourself, right? But I think you all know what I'm gonna say. That wasn't the winner. That was not the winner. Oh boy. Isn't this exciting? When will it end? How can people keep improving? Is it gonna go to like 5 seconds? Like, how? It's 10 checkpoints. How quickly can you collect them? We're already talking about an average of like 2 seconds per checkpoint. 2 something seconds per checkpoint, right? How can you keep improving on that? Well, the next player came in with a massive improvement. Flip992, one of my mods, submitted this one. With the Amogus car skin. He takes the same checkpoint first as most other people, a loop to continue, then down towards the ring and the outside part. Landing cleaner in that downhill for more speed. 900 through the wall ride. Now on Siberia, a plastic bounce there to take the bottom one before Greenland. Getting into Greenland with a decent amount of speed. Now bobsleigh exit, aiming for the red there. That's why he placed that, and look at that end! What is that ending? It is so genius! It is so smart. So already a lot of great ideas displayed here, right? But the only way his map works is thanks to 2 plastic hits. First is this one, just hitting the edge of that to bounce down. Very quick adjustment. Very, very quick adjustment out of the checkpoint. Then there's another plastic hit here to get that tilt towards the loop. And then the ending is just pristine. Dropping in, dropping the reactor, and then plastic hit, and just gliding along the wall to fly towards the finish. Marsotics had a 29.03. This is a 28.37 from Flip. 28.37. 7/10 of a second faster. Whew. It's quite the improvement. But but there's more. Oh yeah, there's more. Oh yeah, there is more. There is still more to go. There's a guy in this community called Grootmeister who managed to find an even better solution. An even better solution to this already optimized puzzle with his Bing chilling John Cena car skin. He's gonna drive this map in 28.28 seconds. Starting with the same checkpoint. Wall hit here in the water to get a plastic hit. Jumping into a plastic wall ride, then jumping through the ring, roof hit down into a water landing. Wall ride here as well. Quite similar to other solutions we've seen. Full speed up towards Greenland. With a plastic loop into upside down to get the bobsleigh checkpoint with so damn much speed. Plastic hit to fly into the finish. That ending sequence is literally nuts. His run is not that fast in the start. Like, it's quite on par with others. But then that combination he did in the ending is just so fast. Like, let's just look at this. Up into Greenland, plastic hit, so his car goes upside down, then lands upside down on this, drives upside down through the bobsleigh checkpoint, upside down here, to again carry speed, dropping into that loop perfectly, carrying speed through here, wall bang to adjust so that he can go up into the 28.2. 1/10 of a second faster than Flip. But there was still one player who managed to beat that. One player. And I present to you the fastest run yet. Zerar able to beat it. Same start, but different blocks. Same second checkpoint, different blocks. Same third and fourth checkpoint, but again, different blocks. And look at how much speed he gets here. It's at 1,000 on North Korea, then still so fast through Siberia and up to Greenland. The roof hit to get him a clean landing in the wall ride. What's going on, Zerar? Jumping through the checkpoint with a flip to go down. And then the same ending. The same ending as Grootmeister. But it's 400s faster. Grootmeister had a 28.28 and this is a 28.24. Barely inching out an invention. I want to show you the comparison once again between these two players. I want to show you the comparison. Because it's so fascinating to see how they came to a very similar solution, but the blocks they used were so different. I think we're going to follow the perspective of Grootmeister here, because he had the fastest end, I'm pretty sure. But you guys can't see. Okay, comparison. Grootmeister with a slower start combination, but gets maybe more speed through here. He is actually faster through here, but the wall ride makes him slower than Zerar, who now gets way less airtime. And you can see that he's faster through North Korea, way faster into Siberia. But then Grootmeister with his upside down combination just starts gaining. And he starts gaining. And he keeps gaining time. The plastic hit, he's ahead. But then he goes higher because he has to build an entire loop. He had to build the entire loop in the ending. And that's why Zerar wins. Okay. 400ths of a difference. Alright. Now that we've concluded the human part of the competition, we can talk about the inhuman solutions that we saw. We can talk about the inhuman. These were some of the, I would say, most human solutions. But there's a guy who's a master of finding shortcuts, called Lars. And he dropped okay. Can we okay. Wonderful run on this map. 28.2 to beat. Let's see what Lars can do. So same start. Loop to get through this checkpoint. Plastic wall hit on the waterfall. Great placement there. Plastic wall hit to reduce airtime here. Tons of speed into North Korea again. Wall hit onto the red booster. Still reactor. Through Siberia, through Greenland, same as others. Also finding this roof hit to give him the landing. Water hit there on the wall right, dropping down to this checkpoint early, meaning he takes that road checkpoint last and upside down to the finish for no airtime. Ladies and gentlemen, 27.53. 27.53. Oh my god. Just insanely optimal, like, finds everywhere through this route. Insanely optimal. Water hit there. Good speed. And then this roof hit here is so clever. Like, he gets to accelerate on plastic boosters, roof hit, and just so much speed, right? You would not think that anyone would beat this. You would not think anyone would find a better solution. You wouldn't think it. When I saw this come into the drive, I was like, yeah, it's done. But it came from the most unexpected place. There's a player in Trackmania who's known for his skill on reactor boosters. Who's known for just doing crazy shortcuts with reactors. But he'd retired. He wasn't going to play the game anymore. They said he was gone. But he came back. He came back just for this. Medicine submitted a replay. And if there's any competition I thought could fit Medicine, it is this one. Let's see what the magician has built for us. It takes a very different path than everything we've seen so far. And it's pretty fast. Enjoy. Starting with a reactor booster, going through that checkpoint, now going down. Tons of red boosters. Up to Siberia, roof hit. Water hit there to go to North Korea. Roof hit here to go through the ring. Dropping down to this checkpoint over here. Bug slide with reactor booster active to go through this. Roof hit up here towards Greenland. Jumping straight through it into another corkscrew. Down to the bobsleigh checkpoint. Full speed down. Full speed onto this. Into the finish. And he beats Lars by a 10th. By a 10th of a second, he beats Lars. Going the different way around the circle. But then gaining a ton with two really sick tricks that he did. Starting with this. Have you ever seen this? 900 speed bug slide while reactor booster is active. His car is hopping over the place like it's nothing. Roof it there. Roof it here. And then this one. Straight through Greenland. Finding an angle through that checkpoint. Then dropping onto this. Amazing, amazing run from Medicine. And that is why I have the honor of congratulating Medicine with second place. With second place in the competition. Because there was one person who beat this time by over 1 second. By over 1 second. Driving a 26.3. And if you're doing something else right now, look away from your first monitor onto this. You are not going to want to miss this. This is one of the coolest maps I have ever seen in Trackmania. It's by Tenchi. 2636, here it is. Starting with the bobsleigh checkpoint. Going straight for Greenland, jumping through that triangle, going at full speed through this, wall bang there, wall bang, going through this, landing in that, jumping through the ring now, roof it into the water, through this triangle, going at full speed through this plastic into North Korea, double 360, down into Siberia, through the bottom checkpoint, and fly into the finish. It is press forward. But building this in press forward is still absolutely mental. Look at the gaps, like the details. The fact that this works is so spectacular. I mean, just it is the slimmest of margins that this run is possible, but it's all built without block mixing and one input. One input, only forwards. And that is the winner. Tenchi, congratulations on taking home first place. $500 to Tenchi. Medicine getting second place and Lars getting third. But there's still 2 more awards to give out. Still 2 more. We gave out best scenery. We still have most creative left to give out. And, well, I think best map, like best most drivable map. Now, most creative, I'm just gonna say it. Tenchi, GG's. You win first place and most creative, because what the hell are these combinations? And I think the best and most drivable map should go to... Well, okay, it's a close call, all right? There's one submission I want to highlight. And it's this one by Vanto Ricardru, who he built this map. So he placed 1 block, and then he proceeded to play for 56 minutes to complete his map. Starting by taking North Korea, of course, with a very difficult reactor flight, but making that one. And the great thing is that that one is not double respawnables. You can double respawn to the start and then just get another really difficult one. And yeah, 56 minutes of it. Not the winner, I just wanted to show you. Like, this is... When you get this guy's maps in random map challenge, you basically just say, okay, I lost. Yeah, he even has a great horde. Jesus Christ, Vanto, like... Okay. Most drivable map. I'm gonna go back to a map we saw earlier. And I'm going to say... Chroma. Chroma's full speed map with proper scenery, I think, is the closest we have to like an actual drivable, pretty cool map. This thing is wicked. Wicked cool, stunt full speed. Something you'd probably see Ski Freak build. Just really, really sick map. So Chroma, congratulations on winning the mapping prize. Tenchi, creativity prize, and best scenery goes to Sneaky. And yeah, thank you all for participating. Now I ask you, chat. Now that we've seen this format in action, would you want to see another one? Would you want to see another one? Same concept. Fastest time wins, but maybe some other restrictions. I think that could be cool. I think it could be very cool, because this is some of them... Like, this pushes people to get so creative. It's actually insane, all the different solutions.